So it finishes Forest 1, Man City 2. Corruption, corruption, corruption. Hi guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to the player ratings for Forest 1, Man City 2. We got a lot to talk about because there was so many good things, couple of bad things I'd say, and ridiculous corruption as well. So make sure you've hit the like button, make sure you've subscribed as well, make sure you check out OK Jerseys where you can get your football shirts for £15. Use code FFTV for a further 8% off. Always remember to go a size up as well. The link's in the description or scan this QR code. Okay, I'm going to start with the referee. The referee was appalling. I thought for the first 15 minutes he was actually okay and he was making some decent calls. And then Igor Jesus, I don't know what Igor Jesus has done to the PG LOL, as I call them. I don't know why they hate Igor Jesus so much, but the amount of fouls that he had against him that weren't given, Diaz should have been sent off. There should have been more bookings. And then on top of that, we get to the goal where I think it's a clear foul on Gibbs White, not given, not done by VAR. And I'm just sorry, we didn't deserve to lose that game. I think Forest were the better team in that game. I thought we were more organized, structurally we were correct. Our counterattacks were good. We were wasteful with a couple of chances. And I was really impressed with the way we came back into the game after Man City scored. I think it was a soft goal to give away. The first one, that ball in behind Milenkovic, maybe he could have done a bit better. But our goal, I really liked. The patterns of play for it, the quick passes, the sharpness, Igor Jesus getting to the byline, looking up, and Amari Hutchinson with an easy finish there. It's unbelievable how we still always get the raw end of refereeing decisions. Big up to Jess. She goes, we're still glad Hutchinson got his first goal. A very well-deserved goal. I thought he played really well. Thank you so much for the £2. But I just think, first and foremost, I think the players did John Robbo really proud with their performance. To a man, they were up for it. But the other thing I got to say, I thought the team selection was okay. I personally would have gone 4-3-3. I technically would say we did play 4-3-3 because Gibbs White was dropping into more of an 8 than a 10 position. So that's fine. My biggest criticism from the Forest performance is two things. Our set pieces were appalling. I thought we just kept hitting the first man too many times, or a couple were overhit. But the biggest mistake of the day for me was the substitutions. To me, Hudson-Odoi looked gassed from about 65 minutes on. And you could say, okay, bring him off 70 of 5 minutes, maybe Dyche doesn't pick up on it or whatever. But you could clearly see he was gassed. And he wasn't brought off for Bakwa. And then the first sub comes in the 86th minute. I said at halftime, the way Forest are playing means that because of the energy they're putting in, Dyche has to keep that team fresh. Now, I don't think the goal comes because we're not fresh, but you don't wait 86 minutes against the amount of energy and workload they've put in. Like, he's got to make the changes. I actually, in a weird way, you kind of have to say Dyche got it wrong with those substitutions. And I'm not saying, look, I didn't like the idea of Taiwo coming on, but I'm not even saying about the personnel. I'm saying the timing of the substitutions was absolutely stupid. And I think City got away with it. City had gone from 115 charges up to 117 today. They really have. He fouled him first. That's why he pushed him away. It should have been a pen, if anything. He was no way the better team, and the ref was fair. If you say so, mate. But, you lot. I'm assuming you're a Man City fan. It's nice to finally meet one of you. Just let us know when we're going to hear on the 115. So, anyway, look, outside of that, I thought first half we were excellent. I forgot Haaland was playing. Cherky was anonymous in the first half. He came into it definitely in the second half. Same with Foden as well. I just thought we annulled them very, very well. Very, very well. but it's very disappointing that it came to that. It really is. We didn't lose because of the subs. 9 things right and 1 thing wrong, so we criticized the 1 thing wrong. We've just gone through the whole thing, bro, but you listen to what you want to hear. Yeah. Anyway, so look, that was kind of synopsis of the game. I'm not angry at the game because I'm quite pleased with the performance. I'm just getting sick of this PG LOL corruption. I really am. It is what it is. Let's get into the player ratings. Get your player ratings in, completely free to do so. The link's pinned in the chat for you. Let's start with John Victor. By the way, please do hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. I thought John Victor was very good today. His save from Phil Foden could have been game changing. Now, we'll have to discuss his attempt to the second goal. He got a hand to it. My rule is when a keeper gets a hand to it, they should be saving it. But I think he was blinded by Gibbs White. I actually think that goal was probably on Gibbs White if he just shuts his legs or sorts his feet out quickly. I don't put any blame on John Victor. I'm going to be honest with you. I think he was brilliant today. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. And this isn't. Why is this not working? There we go. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Joe Hart gave Cherky man of the match for 1 goal. Really? Like, for me, man of the match is Igor Jesus. It's not even in doubt. It's not even in doubt. His kicking was shit. I don't think his kicking was that bad. Let's see what you guys gave him. 5.89. I think that's very, very harsh. Like, go back and look at his saves. They were excellent. Okay, let's move it on to Savona. I thought Savona was actually really good today. I thought nothing really came. I think he would have struggled against Doku, but against O'Reilly, I thought he did very well. I thought Savona had a good game. He had... Just think about it, that cross he put in, he did really well going forward. And if Igor Jesus had got a call from Dominguez, I think Dominguez steps onto that ball and probably scores. So in general, I thought he was very good. I'm going to give him a 7. I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he had a good game. And he had a really bad game against Fulham. You guys are scoring harsh or I'm being over generous, man. I really do. Am I being too generous? Like 5.18 from you lot. I think that's quite low. I think he had a very good game. I give up some of our fans. Unlucky Forest. 12:30 early kickoff after Christmas. Always going to be tricky. Did we have the early kickoff against Newcastle when we beat them 3-1? Scores from the chat are harsh, bro. All right, thank you, Ez. I'm glad you agree. Okay, let's move on. I'll be interested to see if you're harsh on everyone else. Milenkovic was the better of the 2 centre-backs for me today, although I think he could have done better for the first goal. I think he lost the run of, who was it, Reinders. In general, he was all right, but I just think he was better than that. I kind of liked it when he was going forward. I can't lie. 5.89 for Victor is unbelievable. Yeah, I thought he was really good as well, Liam. I thought he was really good. But anyway, I'm going to give him 6.5 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. I just think that goal he was a little asleep on. Outside of that, honestly, I can't fault him. I thought he had a solid game, but you just think what could have been. 6.4 from you guys. That probably means I have scored him low because you guys are scoring people way low here. One you come in on at any point in the game, winning or losing, is criminal. My issue now is Dyche's inconsistency. A traitor who's had 90% of his management career. I'm not happy with that substitute either. Gods. But anyway, let's move on. Murillo. I thought defensively Murillo was good, especially in the first half. I thought his passing was really poor today, and some of them were really lazy. Like there was a couple in the first half that he passed straight to the Man City midfield. He did that again in the second half as well. Defensively, he was excellent, but his passing range was a little off for me today. It was a little off. What should I give him? I'll probably give him just slightly less than Milenkovic. I'll give him a 6. The passes just a couple of times. Man City, if they're a bit sharper, could have got in. But it's kind of hard to weigh up. Defensively, he was good. And positionally, he was good as well. How do we get screwed by refs every single time, man? Let's see what you guys did. 6.3 for Murillo. That means I've definitely scored him too low based on what you guys have done. Nico Williams. I thought Nico Williams in the first half was excellent. He kept them very quiet down that flank. You had Cherky and Foden not really connecting on that side. Second half, I think they started to play more down his side in the second half. Savinho, I still think he did all right, though. I don't think Savinho got much change out of him. Then they tried to double up with Nunes and Savinho. And in that second half, Hudson-Odoi was done. And Nico Williams was still holding the fort down. I'll probably give him a 7. I thought he was all right. And that was the kind of lion's share of their attack was down his side. So he had to be quite switched on. Let's see what you guys did. 6.1. Okay, I'm probably right with that score then, seeing how you guys have been scoring. Okay, let's move on into the midfield. Let's start with Anderson. Didn't think he had the best of games. Again, passing wise, that's my issue. Passing and set pieces, not quite on it for me. But in terms of work rate in the midfield, winning the balls and things like that, I thought he was good. There was quite a few players who were off the ball excellent and then on the ball just not quite spraying it around correctly. I just think his set pieces were his biggest letdown today for me. 6.5 for me for Anderson. 6.5. You guys went 6.1. Did he get a yellow card for that guy jumping over his leg? Yeah, he did in the first half. Again, that was another mistake Murillo had made where he took on Haaland and Cherky, if I remember rightly. Well, that's it, guys. Do me a solid. Please hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you need. Keep the votes coming in as well. It's a live count. I personally think the biggest clown on the pitch today was Gibbs White, says Tripwire. Agree with words, but score is low for Anderson. I mean, 6 means you had an average game. It doesn't mean it was crap. It doesn't mean it's crap. Anyway, let's move on from that. I thought I said 6.5, but anyway. Dominguez, I kind of thought he did well. Again, most of his work was off the ball. I don't remember having to commentate on his name too many times. And there was times where he was the furthest man pressing. I think you got to just understand that there is an off the ball game as well as on the ball. I can't remember too many times where he had the ball or was trying to link up play or anything like that. But I think he just kept the shape nicely in that midfield. So I think he did really well off the ball. And he was tidy on the few occasions he had the ball. I'm going to give him a 7. I just think he brought that energy. I like that terrier-likeness of him. He's always yapping at players' feet. So I'll give him a 7. I thought he was decent today. Wow, you guys gone 5.8. I mean, I would assume you guys are doing that off the lack of influence on the ball he's had, if I had to guess why you've scored him like that. But in general, if you watch what he's doing positionally, off the ball, work rates and everything like that, he was very good for me. But all right, I mean, this is the beauty of this stream. You guys get to have your say. You get to have your say. Okay, let's get into the wingers. Hutchinson was outstanding today for me. Every time he got on the ball, I just felt like something could happen. He was moving it well. He was taking on O'Reilly. I thought he did very well against O'Reilly. His goal was excellent, calmly finished as well. His crosses in open play were very good. His crosses from corners weren't so good. I think he should have had a penalty, by the way. Let's not forget about that penalty incident. He was very good. I actually think he was an 8. I think he was an 8. He's very good in that position. You guys have gone 7.1. Amari, man of the losing match. I think it's between him and Igor Jesus, but we'll come on to Igor in just a second. Hudson-Odoi. I don't think he had a great game. I'll be honest with you. He was back to the whole slowing it down thing. He looked gassed after 65 minutes. His best contribution was the square pass to Gibbs White in the build-up 2-hour goal. But in general, I just don't understand why after 60, 65 minutes, he wasn't swapped for Bakwa. He's just a bit too inconsistent this season. He was excellent against Spurs, rubbish against Fulham, and inconsistent for me today against, who did we play? Man City. Oh yeah, there was that cross in the first half. He did put that great cross in for Gibbs White, who we'll speak about in a minute. But I don't know, like, I still feel like when he's on the ball, he can do something with it, but I don't know if that's expectation or hope at the moment. I'm actually going to give him a 5. I'm going to give him a 5. You guys are going 5.3. Am I being harsh? I don't know. Man City going to bring Anderson along their team bus back to Manchester. I'd love them to do that, because that would be another charge of another illegal approach. Oh, but then again, Man City don't answer to charges, do they? David says, thought we were going to get the point. We never get the pen decision. I'm absolutely effed off. And Woody has to go another op. Just pray that West Ham and Burnley keep losing. We lost 10 games. I gave Hutch and Jesus a 9, says Vic. I don't know why he was still on there, chat. I don't know why. He was like meandering after that. And the thing is, it was under Dyche's nose. It was on the side of the dugout. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's move on and talk about Gibbs White. Now, I don't think Gibbs White had a bad game. I think in the second half, he was actually very good. I just think that he should have scored in that first half. Big up, Sai. Sai, I think I saw you on TV, mate. I think you made the TV with your usual spot. He was involved in the 2 big incidents, wasn't he? He should have scored the first goal. He has to make contact onto it. His pass into Igor Jesus for our goal was perfect. But I still think he's got to clear that ball that goes through his legs, man. He was fouled. Let's park that to one side for a second. But he's got to clear the ball. How can I explain this? His actual in-game play, like general, I thought was all right. You know why? Because he was playing deeper. And I actually like him deeper. Pause. But he was involved in the key incidents. Has to make contact with the ball. You can say has to make contact with the ball both times. Has to make contact to score. Has to make contact to clear it. But he was fouled. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Foul or not, should have just stayed down and he would have stopped it. Yeah, technically it would have just hit his body, wouldn't it? Let's see what you guys gave him. 6.6 there. For the second goal, Gibbs White was fouled in the box and Haaland head off Murillo's shirt. Yeah, but apparently, that's fine to do. That's fine to do. He shouldn't allow that ball to go through his legs into the net. Yeah, I do agree, but He's still poor. Too many mistakes, bad passes, can't shoot. I mean, the can't shoot thing is easily resolved by playing him deeper, but that's a conversation for a Gore stream or something. Let's move on to Jesus. I thought Jesus was outstanding today. I said it a couple of weeks ago. I think he's one of the best holder-uppers, if that's such a word, of the ball in the Premier League. He's brilliant, man. I think he's only like 5'11". Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. 5'10", 5'11". But he's very powerful. Very powerful. His assist was perfect for Hutchinson's goal. I actually think it's a very underrated performance. I think it's like an 8.5 out of 10, maybe higher. Maybe higher. Should I go higher? I'll go 8.5. I would like to see him scoring some goals, but 8.5 for me. He was sensational. And he should have got more free kicks, and Diaz should have been sent off because of what he did. Jesus puts in so much work. He could play behind the striker. He is probably a perfect 10, as in the position 10, not the player rating 10. Get the likes up, guys. Make sure you're subscribed as well. How are we doing on the likes? Let's have a quick look. We are only on 106 likes. Come on, if you want to see that football animation, all you got to do is press the like button. You guys gave him a 7.25. I think that's very harsh, man. Very harsh. Pep said Igor was amazing. I mean, this is what you guys have got to understand. The whole purpose of what Igor is trying to do is get the fouls, because you've got to be able to win because by him getting a foul is better than him getting possession, because that moves Forest up the pitch. It takes the pressure off the defense, and we can reset higher up the pitch and maybe get a ball in the box or whatever. That's why he's trying to get a foul, not just to win the ball, but to get the foul. That's why the work he did, I thought, was brilliant. So 8.5 for me. I think you guys are very harsh with a 7.3 there. Okay, on to the subs. Taiwo. Was it Taiwo, chat, the first one on? He's definitely not an 8. Let me get that off. I don't understand the point of Taiwo. I said it against Fulham. I just don't understand the point of it. I didn't actually see him do anything when he got on. He wasn't going to score us the goal to get us back in the match. The timing of the substitution was stupid in itself. We'll talk about that in just a second when we get on to Dyche. What did he do when he came on? He was like a 4. He didn't influence the game for me at all. You guys have gone 4.5. And then the other one was obviously Bakwa. Now, Bakwa comes on in the 91st minute. The 91st minute. Why? What was the point? Or what's he going to do? Taiwo should replace Igor, otherwise made no sense. I'll tell you what, Dyche was thinking about bringing Taiwo on to replace Igor before Man City scored. That's what happened there. And then when he scored, he had to bring, I think he ended up coming on for Dominguez. So it just became just chuck him up, exactly as Laurie says, chuck on a forward and see if he can get busy. Bagley, I mean, what can you rate? He had one run down the left-hand side, and that was about it before time ran out. Like, what's the point? I'm just going to give him a 5. It's just become stupid at that stage. You guys have gone 4.6. Was that it? Was that all the subs? Was there another one? That was it. 2 subs. To 87th minute for Taiwo and 91st minute for Bakwa. Like, make that make sense. There's the substitution timing, and it's been a trait with him, not just at Forest, but at Everton as well. Horrific. Well, let's talk about him. Let's talk about Dyche. Look, I thought the team was set up perfectly. I thought the first half went to plan. The start of the second half obviously did not, but then the players recovered and we instantly got the goal. Like, what minute did we score? I can't remember. So they scored in the 48th and we scored in the 54th. So 6-minute gap. It's absolutely fine. I just worry that he's just suited to playing these big six teams. This is the thing. I thought the performance was excellent. I thought the team was set up well. The substitutions were horrific. Absolutely horrific. If he brings on, let's just say, Bakwa on for Hudson-Odoi and Douglas Luiz on for Gibbs White, just to freshen up that midfield in the 70th minute or so, Forest, I think, comfortably see the game out with fresher legs. So the biggest criticism I have from him is the substitutions. The team, okay, I wouldn't have gone with that exact same team, but I didn't have a problem with the team. And tactically, I thought it was okay. In fact, I thought it was very good. It's just he shot himself in the foot. When you can see Hudson-Odoi in front of you on the dugout side, gassing the whole way back and the whole way forward, like, seriously, what are we doing here, man? I don't know what to give him. I don't know what to give. I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. Maybe I'll give him a 6. 5.5, 6. It's just, I just think a simple change earlier on in the game. Now, I think his logic here is he didn't want to break up the team who were aware of where everyone was on the pitch and who was covering whom and all this. But you've practiced it, no doubt, during the week. You've been setting up for this game. So whoever you come on, whoever you bring on, they should be just slotting straight into that system and know who they're marking, etc., etc. So I'll give him a 6. He draws, I would have given him an 8.5. But that's the fine, the Chris Hughton line, the fine margins in football. Let's see what you guys did. 5 on the nose from you guys. It's, I don't know how to describe how I'm feeling, guys. Like, give me 2 words to describe how you're feeling right now, because I would say I'm not disappointed. I don't know what the right word is. I'm going to nick one of your words. Like, what can I think of a word here? I put it this way. I thought Forest were going to lose this game. I didn't think we were going to perform as well as we did. Yeah, gutted is not bad. Deflated, disheartened. You guys know your vocabulary. I'll give you that. I just think there's a lot of positives to take from that game. Now I want to see that style of play transpire into the teams that are not quote unquote big six. Pissed off is a good one. Pissed off is a good one. So look, it'll be no harm, no foul if Fulham can beat a West Ham or draw with them or something like that. But now we got to play Everton and we're going to have to do well against Everton. There's no excuse. We cannot put in the performance we did against Everton as we did last time against them. They haven't got Njai and a couple of others as well. Dirty, violated. Proud but deflated. I'm kind of like that. I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased at how they performed for John Robbo. But I think we deserved at least a point. At least a point. Let's do man of the match quickly, guys. I think it's between 2, and I wouldn't begrudge either one, to be honest. So let's start a quick poll. While I'm doing it, make sure you hit the like, make sure you've subscribed. Quick reminder. I think Hutchinson is up there. Jesus is up there. Who else played well, chat? Who else played well? I think it's between those 2, to be honest. I might just leave it to 2. I think they're the 2 clear candidates. Let's make it for the first time. Let's just have 2 there, just to make it tough for you guys. Let's make it tough for you. Yeah, John Victor as well, I thought was good. But go on. You got 2 to choose from. Milenkovic's guy, I kind of think he could have done better on the first one. So, this is close, you know. Get your votes in. It's in the live chat if you've not done it before. 42% on Hutchinson, 60% on Jesus. I'll give you guys another 10 seconds or so. While I'm doing that, Grumpy Old Reds will be tomorrow evening. I'll gather some match thoughts and kind of see how I feel about everything in another video for you guys. And on top of that, Jesus is winning. All right, you got 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Always close. 1. Your man of the match by 5% goes to 5%, 3% technically goes to Igor Jesus. There's a lot to break down on that. I'm gonna go and send you over to the West Ham game. Lawless and probably Jace are doing the watch along for that. So yeah, send over there and just spam in the chat Fulham or something like that. We'll be back on the video tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry we couldn't bring you a point, but it is what it is. And yeah, go troll the crap out of Lawless because I think West Ham have kicked off. Come on, you Reds.